Hello everyone, greetings and welcome to your favorite podcast channel. Shalom Ufumaiuri is my name. Okay, this is a follow-up to my previous podcast. I was talking about some issues in Nigeria. I started with the creation of Warri State. I had my view there and I did say that the creation of the Warri State should be done on fairness and equity because selective justice is tantamount to injustice. So every tribe in the Warri metropolis should be contacted and there should be a consensus as to the creation of a Warri State. I made a podcast some time about some bill that is trending in the National Assembly trying to make two of our revered traditional rulers permanent co-chairmen of the Nigerian Traditional Council. Another circular is signed by the acting chairman that bill is not actually having that clause to that. So I want to openly say that whatever, any rumor must have some element of truth. Nothing happens without some level of back-end deliberation and consultation. That said, still on the electoral and the constitutional reform, we want a Nigeria where every voice, sect, and interest will be attended to. This country belongs to everyone. No one is a first class, no one is a second class citizen. We want a country where every voice counts. We don't want a country where what is happening to A is different from what is happening to B. We want a country that even if you are not in your state of origin, you have a level of acceptance and security. Nigeria belongs to everyone. Now, talking about the issue of the herdsmen, I like to say that the Fulani life matters and they should be treated with fairness. However, our constitution needs to be very clear. There are some characteristics or behaviors that were very, very possible and acceptable in pre-colonial era. We are now in post-colonial and developmental stage. The issue of pastoralism, moving from one place to another place, going to lands that are not allocated to you, carrying cows and all that, is becoming a matter of concern. What we are saying is that the federal government, the lawmakers, should put a finishing touch into this. We don't want clash, herdsmen and indigenous clashes, not coming to other people's land, other people's territory, soiling it, polluting it in the name of nationalism or movement. We have gone past that stage. These farmers, there is an argument that they are saying that they are doing what is good for business, that this cow, their dung, can be used as manure for plant and all that. We don't want those kind of manure, because we have seen cases. It has been happening in Delta, happening in Edo State, happening in the Niger Delta area, happening even in the western area, happening in fact in areas that are not even Fulani areas. My question now is, what are our leaders doing? What are they putting up in the parliament? What are they up to? What kind of policies are they bringing? It is not giving. You call yourself a parliamentarian. That means you are representing an interest. What are you speaking about in the parliament? How can you fold your hands and watch your area, your lands being desecrated and denigrated to the extent that indigenes will no longer have land to stay? A time will come, if care is not taken, when even people that come from particular area cannot even boast of a land, because cows have taken over. These anomalies must stop. This injustice cannot be sustained. We cannot pretend for too long. We cannot fake it for too long. No matter how we try to hide, these things cannot be sustained. We can't fake it. If we try to pretend now, in no distant time, it will lead to a complete catastrophe or a complete killing. Our lawmakers should not be sleeping in the National Assembly. It is time they should wake up. It is time that they should be held responsible and accountable for whatever is being passed, both in the upper chamber and the lower chamber. Nigeria is an ethnic pluralist and a culturally diverse society. And the earlier we understand, the better for us. We are unique in our individual and peculiarity, but we can harmoniously live by a compromise, by a social contract in a harmonious way, so that one person will not be injurious to another. The basic principle of fundamental human rights says that we should have right to life. But when one person's right is inflicting pain or causing injury to another person, it is now a threat. I think this herdsmen issue is long overdue. It is right time we put an end to it, so we know who really is causing trouble. If it is the southerners that is causing the trouble, or the northern herdsmen that are causing the trouble. You cannot leave your base to another person's base and you want to see coordinate and control. It is unacceptable. You want to come to my area and lord over me. You want to come to my land and put your cows there, desecrate my land, scatter my land, pollute my land, and you now go back and build your own area. It's uncalled for. This national confab needs to be really hearing the views of the public. What I'm saying here is that we are having selective and hijacked opinion. It is not public opinion that is expressing in the constitution. Certain vocal few have hijacked the structure. And we are saying that this injustice cannot be sustained and will never be sustained. You cannot silence a movement. You cannot silence a people that is united for a cause. And I am here calling on all Nigerians that we should shun any and every form of chauvinism that will promote ethnic bigotry, and we should uphold the principle of mutual inclusiveness and exclusiveness, respectively. Nigeria belongs to every tribe. Every tribe should be represented. That is why we are operating a federalism. The federal character principle is no longer active. Go to the civil service and go to the public service. A lot of anomalies taking place. The last NNPC shortlistment and recruitment that they did was completely flawed. It is the country that we see that belongs to everybody. The last recruitment, we want to see the analysis, I want to see the index of persons that were employed. The southerners that were given employment, we want to know the percentage. And the largest chunk of oil belongs to the south. Go to this NNPC, NIMASA, go there. You will see persons heading offices, heading positions. What is happening? And you are calling, and we say we have leaders in the region. What are the leaders doing? Then you come from one angle, come from a religious angle to silence the voice of the public. The next thing without saying is rebellious, is arrogant, does not have respect, is a rebellious child. No one should come to my DM and call me a rebellious child. I am a child, I love God, and I love equity and fairness. You cannot stand on irregularity, stand on evil, stand on sentiment and biasness and be calling on God. He that must come to the law court must come with equity. And we are saying that in 2027, a lot of overhauling will take place. A lot of drastic changes will occur. Whether you like it or not, you cannot deceive the people all the time. Now is the time for a reawakening. Now is the time when the people are enlightened. And we are saying unanimously that this injustice that is happening in terms of unfavorable employment percentage, unfavorable benefits, will not be sustained. And it can never be sustained. Thank you very much. And I leave you once again with the word. According to Chinua Lumogu Achebe, until the lion learns to tell his own story, the hunter will keep taking the glory. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So say the reggae lord Bob Marley.